TJ, you're going to turn 30. Yeah, that's wonderful. You're going to turn 30.
It's working now.
Are we talking?
Yeah, we're good.
Are we talking in this now?
Yes,
is it recording?
It's finally working.
Oh my God. Okay,
all right,
whatever.
good. I figured it out. All I had to do is push one button.
Oh, great.
It's amazing. Right. Yeah, so as I'm getting older, he's just like, oh yeah, just make sure you have enough money for your kids' stuff because they get more expensive. That was his life advice. But I'm like, okay, so. And I got a great text from my wife. She just makes sure I pick up pregnancy tests on the way home.
What?
I don't know. Stuff happens, man.
No way.
I hope not.
You guys are like little
we
rabbits
have to
over there.
5. I'm 30. I'm getting like 30.
You want 5?
Like 4 or 5. So this will be 3 if she is pregnant.
Wow.
Which we were trying to plan it to where it's like our 5-year anniversary. We're going to go somewhere like super nice.
Yeah.
And then like do the stuff and then come back and then you're pregnant and then 9 months from there. But she every time she gets pregnant, she's just like, oh, my stomach hurts. I'm pregnant. I'm like, I hope you're not. Not like I hope you're not, but like right now it would not be the greatest, but it's fine. We'll work through it. Because did we tell you we did a home birth?
No.
Yeah, we did a home birth.
I think we need to have her on the podcast.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you could actually have the lady too, but
because holy crap,
it was actually it was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah. So, what was it? It was like Thursday or Friday. I think I had the next day off or something. I can't remember, but I think it was like during a break or something. Like we had day off or something. I can't remember, but so Thursday or Friday, whatever day it was, she was having like, every like 10 minutes you get like contractions, whatever, Braxton Hicks or whatever. So we're just like, we had the first one, so we kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. So she's having those every, half hour, 8 to 10. It's like very irregular.
Right.
So we just go through the day, do the normal things, dinner, whatever. About 11 o'clock or so, they start getting more intense, and I help her with like her back because she's like, if you put like pressure on your back, like on your hips, like push them together, it's supposed to like relieve it. So I did that, and then about midnight, called the midwife up and had her come out, but yeah, it worked out really well. It was her team of 6 people.
Wow.
She had a masseuse that was there, 2 nurses. She's actually been doing this for 20 years, hasn't lost any kids.
Like, I don't know, you want to do a shout out? Like, who is this? Is it a business?
I can't remember what her name was.
Wow.
She's based out of like Uniontown over that way.
Okay.
So we actually, since the coronavirus thing hit and there's all these like crazy restrictions, like oh, the husbands can't be in there.
I was going to ask you, did you guys do the home birth because of Corona? Okay. You did.
I was like impartial to that. We didn't know what was going to happen. And with all these like crazy regulations going on, they're like, she's like, well, I'm not going to not have you in the room. I'm like, well,
That would be terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Either way, it costs almost exactly the same.
Right.
So it wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
But so they got there around midnight, and they had like a pool. She didn't use it because we couldn't fill it up in time, but they had like 4 people there, like on her all the time, making sure everything's good, monitoring baby and monitoring her and everything, giving her food, whatever. So you're basically like pampered the whole time.
Wow.
For the most part, obviously your body is trying to squeeze out a person. So
right, like a watermelon. Yes.
Like so I mean, as comfortable as you can be during that time. So, but so she gave birth in our bedroom and in our bed, but they like changed. Before that, they give you like, they're like, hey, bring extra sheets, towels, so you have everything. So it's not like, and it's everywhere.
Right. So, it's got to be like kind of sterile, right?
Yeah. And they clean up. They cleaned everything up, washed the dishes, drew her a bath and everything. And Levi was in the next room, like one room over, slept the entire time.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Did she yell? Oh, my God.
Yeah, she was like like just like how she was normally with the first one. Like,
Wow.
but yeah, it was like 3:30 ish. She got there, and then they left around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was the labor was like super intense, but really it was like 3 hours. Like
That's
his
fast.
was like a 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was so tired, but yeah, it worked out really well because you literally they make you breakfast and then you just go to sleep and then you
Holy
wake up and you're home and you have your baby and you don't have to worry about anything.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like the next kid, every kid after that, we're gonna have them like that because it's so much more relaxed.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and it worked out and the team was great. And then they come out like twice to check on you, check on the baby, make sure she's like weighs more or whatever. But she actually came out with like one hand extended, so her shoulder and her head were like coming out like that.
Huh.
So
I mean, that's not a normal position, is it?
no, it's
I didn't
not.
think
So she was trying to have her on her
Wow.
back, but the midwife was like, you know what? I just feel like you need to be like on your side, and that's how she delivered, just like on her side.
No kidding.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like she's like she's super spiritual and she believes in God and all that stuff, but she had like some crazy experience with like an Amish lady because she actually delivered Amish babies before, and they have like inbreeding or whatever they
Right.
do, but it was a baby she was delivering. She just felt like she had to go to the ER because every time she pushed the heart rates dropped a little bit and she didn't know why. She's like, all right, we got to go to the ER. And the mom actually had a double uterus
Oh.
or something, not a double uterus. It was like a heart shape. So imagine a heart and then the points where the two like lumps come together. It was
Yeah.
like this.
Oh, wow.
So every time she pushed, it cut off the circulation to the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you wouldn't know that was going to happen until after you delivered,
Right.
or if they cut her open. So they ended up doing surgery and getting them out of there, but they were both fine.
Wow.
If they would, she said if the doctor that was there, that she helped with like the surgery and stuff, said if they would have delivered, possibly both of them would have died
Wow.
just because of the situation they're in. But yeah, she did a fantastic job.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Yeah, it was all cash and all that fun stuff. So I had to pay
So
for
that's.
all
Oh, really? So like your insurance
that. No,
didn't
they
cover
don't,
that?
They don't cover that. No,
No kidding.
which is stupid.
It is.
Yeah, I don't understand because they're providing a service
Right.
and it's medically. It might just be the way Ohio laws are
Yeah.
for that stuff, and she's actually trying to get her practice to where it's like legitimate.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's not legitimate. It doesn't have like a building, like a
Right.
brick and mortar.
Right.
It's at her house,
Yes.
but
Right.
she's the breadwinner of her family. Like her husband just helps her with it.
Wow.
I calculated how much money she made, and I'm like, what the heck am I doing?
You need to be a midwife.
I need to be a midwife. She's making bank over here. But she's like, they're up at all hours of the day.
Oh.
They get, oh my, I don't think I would want to do that. But,
No.
And you have to have the temperament for that.
You
and
do.
I don't. So,
Absolutely. You have to have the right temperament for that.
yeah.
So that's exciting though. So you guys had the baby during the quarantine, right? Oh my
Yep.
God, that's exciting. So I
Yeah.
mean, like that's huge news.
Yeah. It was exciting. She turned out, health. And you've seen pictures on Facebook.
I have, yeah.
She's fat.
Oh,
She's a fat baby. She's super chill. The only time she really gets upset is when you're not like paying attention to her like
Right.
all the time. But it's just she's like, I want to be involved, But yeah, other than that, she doesn't like cry.
wow.
She has like Levi was super colicky, no colic and nothing like that. Yeah, she's like just super chill.
Is Levi good with?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's awesome with her.
That's great.
Yeah, he does really well with her. So he was like he helps with like turning her, like rolling her over, and he plays with her and like makes her laugh. So he's 3 years old. You only start developing hate relationship with your sister and when she's like coming in your room and stealing your Xbox or
Well,
whatever.
right,
When
right.
they get older, when they're younger, it's all like love and everything. But as they get older, it's just like, I'm going to punch you in the face. Like my sister, I've wanted to do that plenty of times too. So, or she'll like scare me. Like, you know how your steps are in for like when we were recording up there.
Yeah.
She'd like wait. And that's kind of how ours were set up at home. She'd wait at the bottom of the steps. Oh, it's time for dinner. She'd run down first, wait at the bottom steps. I'm just like, and she'd just scare the crap out of me every time I walk. I'm just like, I'm gonna kill you. She doesn't do that anymore, you know, because we don't live together, obviously. But yeah, she was fun when we were at home. But it was it turned out really good.
That's
Turned out really good.
awesome.
Yeah, we were excited because we did it last minute. It wasn't like it was. How many weeks is like 39 weeks?
I think it is.
Something like that.
Yeah.
She took us on at like 34.
Oh, wow. So it was late.
Well, yeah. So it was like a month before the baby was due. That's when we decided.
Did you, I mean, like, were you going to do a normal hospital?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We were going to do normal hospital until that stuff happened.
Right.
And they were doing like they do virtual visits now, Cleveland Clinic does. Yeah. So they did those. But yeah, we just decided. No, I'm like, because I was like super hesitant to do it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't trust these people. But I actually met her. The lady. Sure. Yeah, we went and met her. But yeah, she was great. You know, I would never do it in a hospital ever again. So yeah, it turned out awesome.
Yeah, that's that's pretty exciting stuff, you know.
It's different.
I don't think I can top that. I don't think I can top that.
Boom.
I did not squeeze out a human during the quarantine.
I didn't have to do anything. It was great. I just stood there, you know, held her hand, whatever. My hands were like sweaty. She's like, I don't want to hold your hand. I want to hold mom's. Like, that's fine. I don't care. Whatever.
That's
you know,
funny.
That's whatever. I'll pay in the bills. So that's all that really matters, I guess. That's what I'm here for. Support and pay bills. So. But yeah, besides, like, that's like the biggest thing that happened.
You were able to keep working and everything through the quarantine and all that fun stuff.
Yes. So we were working construction, so we were open the whole time. I know they had like small business loans and stuff that your husband probably applied for and whatnot. Maybe not, because you said he was working. But.
So no, he was working. He continued to work through the whole thing, which is very good for us. You know, we got very lucky.
Right.
But I don't know how his business works. You know, he actually has, he's on a payroll.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on payroll.
So he owns a business, but he's on payroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this.
Well, whatever.
I don't know.
For our 5 viewers that listen, yes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's on payroll, and all of his people are on payroll. So we were actually able to get.
Probably just
the money.
How are they worded? I don't know.
Yeah.
Smarter people that write that stuff.
Right.
But we were working through the whole time. Just had to take like temperature checks and all that crap. But other than that, it was fine. Besides it being slow.
Yeah.
Which is, everybody's slow. But,
right.
Except, you know what? If you were going to invest in any kind of business right now, it would be fast food restaurants.
Oh, that's
because they were never. It feels like they were never affected.
I don't think they were.
No, because you can't dine in. We'll just do drive through.
I don't know what percentage of their business was drive-through before, but I would imagine a pretty large.
Well, yeah,
percentage,
like who goes to McDonald's to sit down in the restaurant?
Some people do, but the vast majority of people are probably going through the drive-through because it's just fast option.
Yeah, it's the old people that do that.
So
because they need to sit there and with their mush mouths and eat their sandwiches.
You're such a nice person.
I'll be there because it's going to happen in about 70 years.
In about 70 years.
Yeah. 100 years old.
Yeah, you're going to live to 100?
I don't know. The way the world's going, I hope not.
Right.
I hope not. I hope I'm old enough to see my grandkids, and then that's about it. So
okay, during the quarantine, did you, I mean, you said you were still working. So, I mean, like, it was just, did it seem much different for you? Or, like, did you have any issues, like, with your health? Because right now, what everybody's kind of talking about is, you know, that during quarantine, you know, they gained, like, the quarantine 15 or something like that.
Oh, I have no clue.
You have to.
I know I gained more. I gained all the weight back that I lost from last year.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I'm like.
You were doing OMAD, weren't you?
No, I was doing that. No, it was when I was like working out like 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I like took a day off, and then you're like, oh, I'll take a week off, and I took a week off, and then I got back into it, and then I started my new job, and then I'm just like, fuck it.
So it was the new job?
I don't know. It could have been like new job, could have been stressed out from whatever, so I have no clue. But I have been unmotivated to wake up to do anything. So that's why 30, this is tomorrow, I have to, because I don't look like Kelly when I'm 40. Because if I look like other people when they're 40, like fat and out of shape and like gross,
Stop. You can't say that.
It happens. I mean, come on, let's be real. I mean, okay, I'll be nice. I want to be start now. So working out for 10 years. So you have I have a base, but 10 years of just like consistently working out. So when I'm 40, I don't look like I'm 50 or 60.
Yeah.
So for all you people that are out of weight and overshape, that's out of overshape and whatever, what I said.
Right? Out of shape.
But that's fine. You do you. I'm just saying, that's me.
I think the most annoying thing for me is when people want to blame it on age. Like, oh, I'm just getting old. It's just, old age. You're just getting old. I hate that because I don't think it's true. I think you have a whole lot of control over your happiness, over your health, over what your body looks like as you age. Yes, you're probably going to have more aches and pains as you age, and things are going to change. Your metabolism is, to some extent, going to slow down as you age. But I hate the excuse of I'm aged. It is never too late. And so I do have kind of a funny story to tell.
Okay. I'm ready. Let's hit me. What you got?
I'm only telling this story, and I'm not going to mention any names.
Dang it.
Because this person would know, he would know that I'm probably talking about him.
Just talking about me.
I'm talking about you. No, I'm not talking about you.
But
also, I know my husband probably won't listen to this either. So, so anyway,
it might not matter.
Just as a little to know what I'm doing this summer, I started getting into paddleboard, stand-up paddleboard, and I started teaching classes. And it's kind of body weight training, core training, a little bit of yoga kind of stuff on the paddleboard.
Yeah,
it's totally fun. I've really built my business on this. I've mostly women are, like booking sessions.
Yeah. Why the heck would a fat, overweight guy like me want to go on a paddleball?
Well,
and I can't even balance on a paddleboard.
So, like I said, I very rarely know. Well, he's actually not bad. You know what? He was a union iron worker for 15 years, so working on those tall buildings. He's actually got pretty good balance. So
yeah, that makes sense.
He's actually pretty good on a paddleboard. But he also will complain insistently that, oh, I'm just getting old and I'm tired and blah, 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 blah. I don't feel good. My joints hurt. It's like, bruh, it's because you don't take care of yourself.
Well, yeah.
So I get this guy who contacts me wanting a paddleboard session.
It's not me.
It was not you. And I was like, okay, yeah, fine. So we put together the session. We go out to Killbuck.
Okay.
He's almost 50, so he's Mark's age.
Okay.
Right? This guy steps out of his truck, and I was like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. Like the hottest guy on the planet. Getting out of his truck.
That's why he messaged you.
I was like, oh my God. He's like totally good shape. You can totally tell he works out every day. And I was like, oh, I cannot work in these conditions. So anyway, long story short, if you take care of yourself, you can be.
How'd the session go?
The session went really well, considering like I said, I got really nervous.
She put a sack of potatoes over her just to cover everything up.
I was like, oh,
You're like, I don't want you to get any ideas, buddy.
I was like, please don't come back. Go get your own paddleboard. Please don't come back.
Yeah.
But no, I tell that story, and I've told it a couple of times to other people, because it is never too late to work on your fitness. And, just because you're getting to 30 or 40 or 50 or even 60, it doesn't mean that you can't turn back the clock and that you can't be active and do all of the things that you want to do. And a lot of the complaints that people have, whether it's like depression and unhappiness or joint pain or all of these like little aches and pains that you start to get, a lot of it is not due strictly to aging. It's due to the fact that, you know, you're just not taking care of yourself.
Yeah, 20 pounds overweight and your body hates you. Yes.
Yeah.
I completely understand
You can
that.
be a hottie at...
All right. I got 20 years to be a hottie. Only 20. Better start now.
Yeah.
Better start now. Yeah, but I totally understand that because it's just... Yeah. So that's why I'm starting tomorrow. I'm gonna get up.
You're starting. Okay, so let's tell everybody about, you know, what your...
I'm just gonna do what I did
your
before.
game plan is.
I'm just gonna do what I did before.
Okay.
It worked out well, and then I'm just not gonna listen to Kelly. I'm not taking a break.
Well, then don't.
Yeah. I'm just not gonna listen to you.
Okay.
And that is what I'm doing. Yeah, because I felt great. Felt great.
When you were about to take the break, I think you said you hadn't been feeling great.
I don't know. I think it was just a mental thing.
Really?
Yeah, it could have just been weakness.
Well, then, oh jeez, this whole thing with you guys and weakness.
Like not like weakness. Like you're being a girl. Like weakness is like mentally. You're like, oh, I think I need a break, and you're just like, I'm just. Hey, Kelly, I think I need a break. And you're just like, yeah, you need a break. I'm like, yes, affirmation, I need a break.
Oh, jeez.
But I think
it's all on me. It's all on me,
I'm not blaming you at all because guess what? I took a break. I got back to it. And then it slowly just went and crashed.
Right.
So.
You've had a lot going on, though, too. I mean, with the new kid being born, and
new kid, new job
shift, right? Coronavirus.
Well, bought a house.
That's right.
In December, so there was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, might be looking for a new job, but we'll see how that works out.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna talk about that
on the hush hush, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
but yeah. So what else? Oh yeah, did I tell you I was going back to school?
No.
Yeah, going back to school. Started in February. So like probably like right when we recorded, I either just started. So I'm going for business economics.
Nice.
So it's super awesome. It's actually really interesting, especially like now, because with all the COVID stuff going on and how it like affects the economy and like, you know, like seminars and stuff are now like, they're like 5,000 capacity. Now it's like 1,000.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because social distancing and all that crap. But yeah, it's interesting. So basically what the degree would be used for is like business analyzing. So you just so you go into Mark's business, take all his information, and then figure out like how efficient he is at his job. Or
I think we're gonna need you.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Your services.
Yeah, I'm working on that with my company, and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'll be like, and they'll be like, oh, your information's wrong. Okay, whatever, that's fine. We're doing a trial run this week, or this month, so we'll see how that turns out. And if I'm right, I'm just gonna go smile.
How long are you gonna be in school for?
I will be in school till 2022 July, but the classes are 5 weeks.
Okay.
5 weeks long. So you have like 3 or 4, depends on the class, like 2 discussions a week, maybe an assignment and a quiz or whatever. But it's at your own pace. So you can jump ahead if you want. Or if you don't do the work, you don't get credit for it. So, but it works out really well. I like it a lot better than typical school. Like I like doing the personal training, that was fine. But just like right now, I couldn't like go from work to school, come home at like 10 o'clock.
Oh, no.
You know, like, cause that's what we were doing.
Yes.
We came home like 10. Yeah,
it's a little different when you're married and you have kids. And,
yeah, I couldn't do that.
And I was like, I was kind of doing that, and it was really hard. I felt like I was never here. I had a lot of guilt.
Well, yeah, because it was 4 days a week.
Yes.
Wasn't it 4
yes.
days? Yeah.
Yes. It was a lot.
4 days a week, but it was 8 months.
It was 8 months. Yeah.
So, but you know, once you got done, it was like, thank God. But
right.
Yeah, it worked for what you're doing. It's working out great. You know,
yeah, it
especially
is.
with that paddleboard. I think that's really. I think that. So I know. Oh, I actually have to ask you, what's going on with the sauna thing?
All right. So
You have it set up here.
I do have it set up in my in-home studio, but if you look behind you, I've got one in a box that's been sitting there for months
that's just one?
now. Yeah, that's just one of them. The other one is set up in my
Okay.
training
Yeah,
studio.
that's right. You only two.
So, long story short, the end of 2019 and 2020 was just a total shit show for me. It was a shit show with a silver lining.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of people know from listening to previous podcasts that I was trying to set up an infrared sauna studio in Medina. So it was like a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
I'd gotten a really good deal on a space. Long story short, that space fell through, and I was desperately searching for a new space. And Mark and I were considering taking out a commercial loan to buy a place in Medina.
Oh, really? Okay.
Thank God we didn't find a place to rent or try and take out a loan to buy someplace or make an offer.
Yeah.
Because it was also right around the same time. It was mid-February, and then March they shut everything down.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would have been paying rent on something for months. I mean, I think I would still not be allowed to open because I'm not sure saunas
Because tanning places are open.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know when that. I don't remember.
So that
when
was
that
about
happened,
a month ago.
Yeah.
Month and
But
a half,
I would have been
maybe.
paying rent on something for months without bringing in any income.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have sunk us, but it would have put us in a tight financial position because we've always been good at keeping a financial cushion.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
Which is, it's smart, but we were going to end up using that financial cushion. This was before COVID, to sort of boost this, just really get ourselves in
off the
business.
ground.
Right.
Yep.
We were going to use up that cushion. And, just like I said, I think everything, I'm not a very religious person. But in certain cases, it almost feels like there is something or someone looking out for me or for us because it could
you're
not have
hanging out with
happened any
TJ.
better.
That's why. That's what happened.
It could not have worked out any better for us. I was distraught at the time because I was like, I totally failed to launch this business.
Right.
And we were so close. Like we were doing the build out. We had a sauna standing in the space. So it was so frustrating. But then now looking back on it, I'm like, and I was going through I was having an issue with a personal relationship at the time too. And it all worked out for the very best for me and for us. So anyway, I have no plans to start an infrared sauna studio.
Right now. Yeah. Well,
and
that makes
probably
sense.
ever.
Well, what about a mobile one?
Well, that's, I had toyed around with that idea too, because a friend of mine had mentioned that, and we have a few enclosed trailers. But Mark was saying that it would be, with our particular saunas, it would be very hard to make sure that they were cushioned enough during transport.
Yeah.
So that the glass wouldn't break, and then you run into the issues of
powering it. Yeah.
So
what about renting those out to yoga studios? So you're like, oh, I have this great idea. You go to a yoga studio.
Yeah.
And they buy the thing, but they're renting it.
Right.
So they just pay you whatever to use that equipment.
The only problem being that the setup of one, breaking them down and setting them up is not, it's not hard, but it's also not easy.
What if they have a contract?
That's a possibility.
So hey, we're going to rent this thing to you for a contract of 3 years or whatever you want to call it. And then at the end of the time, then you take it out or they keep it.
Right.
And you just keep doing that.
Do you know what's funny? Okay, so this is sort of an offshoot of what we're talking about. You know how if somebody really wants to do something, they'll find a way to do it. Mm-hmm. You're coming up with solutions, and if you listen to me talk, I'm telling you all the reasons that we can't do it. And it's
do you not know how to write a contract? I can write one.
Yeah. So
that's another thing I do in my work. I look at contracts.
This is a coaching thing, though. This is a coaching thing right here. So people pay attention. If somebody is coming up with solutions for you, or if you're working with a coach, and this goes for fitness too, and I see this all the time in my business. if I'm telling somebody like, okay, this is what you should do to get to your goal, right? And they're coming up with all of the reasons that they can't do it. How bad, if you don't really want it that bad, if you can only come up with reasons for why you can't do X thing that this person told you to do or what you know you should do, then you don't really want it that bad. And so I think what I have to come to terms with at this point is I don't want it that bad. I'm done with the sauna thing.
Orange Theory would chomp at this.
Well, this extra sauna
Guarantee,
that I
you know
have,
why?
well, I was...
Because it's from you said it's from California?
Yes, it's a California.
They're stationed in
based.
California.
Oh, are they?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you contract them to build these in all their places, and you're just like, oh yeah, here's my royalty fee of 10%.
No, not. I know. No.
That's a good idea though.
It is a good idea. There's actually a franchise that started, I don't know how long ago, but it's called Hotworks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's these big infrared saunas, and they've got like stationary bikes in them.
Oh, okay.
You work out in the infrared sauna, which I can't even imagine, because when I sit in that sauna, I mean, sometimes I get warm enough.
Is it the same? It's probably not gauged. It's probably gauged lower, I would think.
It probably is. I mean, I'm sitting in there at 140 to 150 degrees.
Yeah,
and
I can't imagine you working out.
I feel lightheaded sometimes. Yeah. But anyway, my point being that I've completely shelved the infrared sauna
until
thing.
next time.
Gonna sell this one that's sitting in the box.
Well, then you have yours and
and then I have mine in my studio. So yes, my clients can
use it.
Use it. Yeah. Yep. They can book times to use it. But no, I shelved that idea and I kind of gave up on it and I let it go. And then people ask me like, how did you come up with this paddleboard fitness idea? And I'm like, honestly, I like to be outside. I like
and you have
hiking.
your own pond, don't you?
Yes,
yeah.
I have a pond, but I never do sessions there. I'm always going.
Did you try it out there first?
Oh yeah. I've done some sessions here, but it's actually more challenging on a small body of water because if it's windy at all, you keep getting pushed into shore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I just like being outside, and I wanted to.
Do you make them sign a waiver just in case they drowned?
Yes, of course.
Because I'd be that person that drowns.
They signed the waiver. You know, it'd be really fun if we could do like a recorded podcast, and we'll do the paddleboard.
Yeah, okay. Maybe when I'm like 225 now. Right now.
Oh, come on!
I look like a soggy potato. It's gross.
You can keep your shirt on.
I will need like 5 shirts. Because I'm going to fall off. I'm going to have to get back on and put another shirt on. So it's super loose. I want to see that shit.
So we could do a video podcast.
It's going to be like winter in like 2 weeks. Yeah, it's getting cold. It's like 61 outside.
I know.
It's cold.
I'm going out tonight though. Because look, the sun is starting to shine. I don't care if it's cold. I'm going out. I'm gonna soak it up.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow, I think.
I know. Yeah. So I got into the paddleboard thing just because I like to be outside, and I was looking for a novel.
You bring one with you, right? You bring 2?
I have 3.
Oh, okay.
And I plan to buy 3 more this winter.
Okay.
And I'd like to be able to
because they're pretty cheap, aren't they? $100?
No. Oh no.
How much is a paddleboard?
No, my paddle boards. So they're made for yoga and exercise.
Oh, okay.
And they're hard side.
Got it.
One of them is $800.
Oh my Lord.
And the one that I'm using, so I bought myself like a slightly nicer one, is $1,000. So no, it's an investment.
That's good.
Yeah, it's an investment. But people love it. It's so well received, and I can't believe how much it has improved even my studio business.
Yeah.
Because here's like for those people out there who are running a business, they realize the importance of social media to promoting business. And if you can get people to post pictures of themselves and then tag you and sort of promote you in that way.
Right.
Well, every time I do a paddleboard session, I take pictures for people. And what they do is they get all excited, because we're taking these pictures of them posing and, and it's fun. And they post their stuff on Facebook and then they tag me.
Do you have a waterproof camera?
No, I use my phone.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It is. Dangerous. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to lose the phone at some point.
Yeah.
But I take these pictures and I put an awesome filter on them. And I mean, they turn out so gorgeous, and people can't help but post these pictures, and they tag me and they tag my business. And
Do you do videos too?
I very rarely
You should
do
get a
videos.
GoPro. You should get a GoPro.
I have one, and I never use
You
it.
should figure out how to use it and put it on the paddleboard while
I've
you're doing
thought
stuff.
about that. So the
And I think
other
they're
day,
waterproof too.
I took a video, and I propped up my phone. Now I know it's so bad because like I am totally gonna lose this phone.
Yeah.
But I did prop it up, and I took a video like paddling a little bit, and it was all kind of fun. So no, I love the paddleboard thing. I'm totally like ready to move to Hawaii and just do it full time.
Why don't you just do it on Lake Erie?
Because I need like a dry suit in another month, and so will all my people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, I need warm climate. I'm a warm climate kind of girl.
You can
gotta
do
move.
it. So you can do about for 4 months roughly.
Yeah.
4 months out of the year.
Yeah.
But that's not bad though, because if you get new clients in 4 months and they stay on for the rest of the 8.
Well, that's the thing. I'm finding that the people that get involved some of them are people that never would have considered working out at all.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're like, man, I really love this. I want to continue doing something to get me through the winter and into the next season.
Now you need to figure out a niche for the colder months.
Well, I know it's not the same as going to like a sauna studio, but I'm going to start promoting the sauna more in the colder months and try and get people here to use the one. It's so simple for me, to be here and just run the sauna.
Yeah.
Because I just have to let them in the door.
Yeah,
I have to
you just
change
turn
the
it on.
towels. Right.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that's
It's
super
easy. So I kind of want to expand on that, but I was thinking about trying to put one of my paddle boards, like suspend it or like put it on some type of a roller system
Okay.
so that you could stand on it like in my studio
Yeah.
and it would still be kind of wobbly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still not going to be fun, like as fun,
Right.
but
Trying to
for
think.
somebody who like really kind of wants to work on that core kind of stuff and is really into the paddleboard thing. And
Right.
right now paddleboard is hot.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many more
I will
people.
never do. I don't want to. I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are.
No.
I'm going to get you
I will need
on
like
one.
a life vest.
I have a life vest.
Well, that's good
You
because
can
I'll be
wear a life
wearing it because
jacket.
I'm a terrible swimmer.
Okay, well that's fine, but you can wear the life jacket. We'll do it in my pond.
And we'll do
I'll
it next
save you.
year. Because I will be thinner.
Oh,
Now you gotta wait. You gotta wait. Can't get the goods till later. Gotta wait.
Come on.
Wait. Yeah, you gotta wait. But no, I wonder if there's something you could do that's outside during the colder months.
Somebody asked me about. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I mean, you can go hiking. You can do cross country skiing. No.
No. Can you do that? And like, and you could probably do that in your backyard. No.
Cross country skiing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do that. That should be your next fitness thing.
I don't know. No.
What if you just
I'm not into it.
tried it out? What if you like it? Because that could be a workout. You just, hey, yeah, well, this is what we're going to do today. Pop these skis on, and boom, you go out for a
it's
half
a
hour.
workout. I've done it.
Half hour, come back, you're done.
Right. It would be easy.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Send them around the yard track.
No, you would go with them. You goof.
I know.
Yeah, I wonder if there would be a good. Yeah, that would be interesting.
No, it would be. It would be. See here, look at. I'm thinking of ideas. Why can't
Yeah,
I do
I
it?
mean that's what you should think of as something that you could do in the wintertime.
Right.
So kind of like transition. So all times of the year you have like paddleboard in the summer, and then winter you have this skiing, and then fall you have something else.
I've got an idea. Psst, Mark, pay attention.
It costs money.
It does cost money. We buy a place in the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
And then we switch operations down there, and then I could, just operate my paddleboard down there.
I wonder if is there any like big businesses that use paddleboard for like workout stuff?
I don't know.
Can you trademark that?
I have no idea.
You should look into that. Trademark that, and that could be like Orange Theory, but it's like paddleboard stuff.
Well, I've thought like core board.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is such great core work, and that's what I mostly do. So I've been kind of calling it core board, but I don't know if if that's trademarked.
You should look into see if it's trademarked, because then maybe you don't go down and do it, but you sell this business idea to people that are in like Florida,
Right.
Carolinas, Texas, whatever, and they could do it all year round. But then you just collect a fee for using your name because it's your business,
Right.
or your idea or whatever. But that would be interesting.
It would totally be.
Yeah, 10%. If you got like 10% on doing nothing, 10% on $1 million is $100,000.
Right.
I do that. God, I'm so smart.
Help me out.
I'm so smart.
All right. So have we sufficiently covered what's happened? In
I think so. Let me think. School, baby, job, year. I'm gonna die tomorrow because I'm old.
The big 3-0.
Yeah, but because everybody's like, "Oh, you're getting so old at 30." I'm like, "No, you're not."
What?
I'm like, "That's
Who says that?
dumb kids." You know, my brother-in-law or whoever, because they're stupid. They're getting married at like 21. Yes, Josiah, you're stupid. I'll tell it to his face. He just got engaged like last week.
Like, okay.
Anyways. Yeah, so there's a guy, Gary Vaynerchuk, you probably have heard of him. He says, like, technically you have like 3 to 4 lives in your lifespan. So say if every person lives 100 years, first 25 years,
Yep.
25, 25, 25. So I'm just thinking I'm only in the second part of that.
Right.
Or I'm in the first part of the second one if I just do 30s, and I think I'm going to die at like 90. But
I kind of agree with that that train of thought.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because in your 20s, you're stupid, so.
Right.
And then
You know, there's these phases.
I have to cut out gummy bears. I'm so upset.
You have what?
I told my wife I would cut out gummy bears at 30 years old.
What? So never eat another gummy bear?
Like,
Wow.
unless my kid has it on his thing, I'll not intentionally go to the store and buy some.
Wow.
I apparently told her I would stop playing video games, but I don't really recall that ever happening. I've already cut mine down from like a couple hours every night to like once a week or twice a week because I had school going on. Because I had to write 2. So in this time span of us being off, I had to write 2 10-page papers. One was on business law and some like thesis or whatever, and the other one was on macroeconomics.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it took me like a week to write them.
You just lost me.
Yeah,
My eyes just glazed over.
If you look into it, it's interesting, but if you're not like interested in learning about it, it's just not.
Right.
So it is dry though. I will admit that. Like learning, it's dry, but like if you get getting into the bit analytical side of the business and like looking at all the issues and all the run, that's interesting.
Right.
Because you're like, oh shit, like this correlates with that, and this is why, and then you're just like kind of like putting the pieces together. But that's interesting, I think. But other than that, that's about it. But all right, so we're gonna end this podcast on a weird note because we did like 4 sessions. Weird thing because it was all breaking up because all the stupid thing doesn't work.
So what are you gonna do? Split it up?
No, I'll figure it out. But either way, guys, appreciate you sticking around. If you came back, that's awesome. But we had a 7-month hiatus, and we're back. We're gonna try to get one every week or every couple weeks. But Kelly will.
I think we should do it every couple of weeks.
Yes.
I think doing it every week was just too I mean, I think that's ambitious, but
I think
it's too ambitious for right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll just do twice a month.
That's a good idea.
I think that's 2 podcasts a month, and we'll make them maybe a little longer.
And let's build it.
Yeah. We'll build a studio. Never. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that.
We're getting him on a paddleboard.
No. Okay. All right, guys. Well, until next time, we'll see you later. If you have any questions, always the email and all that stuff. You know, it's initiativepodcast@gmail.com. And Kelly's always on social media, so check out her paddleboard.
Hey, I am the funny fitness trainer.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. All right, sounds good. Later. Hey everyone, this is TJ and
Kelly
with the Initiative Project Podcast. If you like what you heard, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions you'd like us to cover, please email us at initiativepodcast@gmail.com. See you next time.